Hello and welcome to my next painting. This is a technique that I saw in a video that I'm trying for the first time. I'm trying a lot of things for the first time. This is going to be a bit different. I'm not even going to describe it beforehand. I'm just going to get going. Okay, so I've got some Cardinal Red paint. This is Delta Ceramcoat. And I've already thinned this one a little bit. Here I've got some Crafter's Square Yellow that I'm going to use that has already been thinned. Then this one is Crafter's Square Red Orange, already thinned. I got these little bottles, a 20 pack I think it was, on Amazon for pretty cheap. They're condiment bottles, 4-ounce condiment bottles. I'm in love. I'm also going to be using the Champagne color pouring paint. I'm in love with this color, and since I'm doing a warm palette, I figured that would go really well with it and add some shimmer to it. This one, I took 2 of the color pour paints. I took the wine color and the light pink, and I mixed them 1-to-1. So there's just 2 ounces in here, and it ended up being kind of a dusky rose color. So I'm excited to use that and see how that goes. And then for the last part of it, I've got my white that I have already thinned here in the cup. So that's ready to go. That is just for the end. I also have this spatula that in the video I was very surprised to see that this was used for painting, and so I'm extremely excited because I just happened to own this and hadn't even been using it for anything for cooking for years, and so I'm thrilled to use it now for painting. It's now a painting tool. And then of course I have tweezers in case there's cat hairs or whatever else that get in here. And I just realized I forgot to turn on my bright light. So I'm going to do that right now. And shed a little light on the scenario. And that way we can all see better what's going on. Sorry for the dim light there at the beginning. So, all right, let's just go ahead and get started. And so this is going to be different. I need to shake it up a little bit. Okay, there's going to be bubbles. You know what? That's okay. A lot of people blow out the bubbles. I'm actually liking the way that bubbles make extra little circles in paintings. I don't know. I just like it. So, all right, now my yellow. And this is a very different style of painting. I'm excited to see how this turns out. Okay. I'm going to be using a lot of paint here. Let's see here. Start over here. There we go. And my champagne. Start over here, I guess. And then this one, my dusky rose. I'm gonna add, let's see, a little bit more of this red and then a little bit more yellow. I want to have enough paint on here without overdoing it, but I think it needs a little bit more yellow to kind of balance everything out. Okay. Yeah, I think hair more gold. I'm just in love with the champagne, and just a drizzle. There we go. Okay. Now, I'm going to put some white here at the edge, starting right here in the corner. Just going over the other paint just a bit. Okay, I hope that's enough. All right, now the fun begins. I'll take this and smear it. Okay. Do that again. And just a little bit more down here at the bottom. Okay. Oh, I'm already seeing some nice cells here. Okay, so the next thing to do is get some of that excess white off of that other edge. It looks like some of the paint is watery and some of the paint is pretty thick, so that's going to be interesting. Trying to get a lot of that white off over there, bring it back a little bit. Seems like the red is like overpowering the yellow, and that I even added extra yellow, but that's okay. We're gonna pour a lot more of that off and then bring it back and see which ones kind of pop out. Because you know what? I don't think there's enough paint on here. I honestly don't think there's enough, because I'm trying to get the edges covered. There's that. Get the corners all covered. Here. Not over at Melanie. See if I can't get some of those other colors to show up. I kind of wonder, because I'm seeing some of the champagne over here. I'm kind of wondering if some of that will show up as it dries. And I do see some yellow over here, but there's just not enough paint. I don't think I used enough volume. I kind of like this though, so I'm probably going to keep this and just kind of work on getting some more over the edges. Let's see. Turn it. Just bring it over that way and bring it over this way. I mean, that's an interesting pattern. I was kind of hoping to see a lot more cells pop out. Again, things look different when they dry. That's one thing I'm learning. Paintings always look different when they dry. Let me grab some of this drippings and just put it over here on this side. And I'm gonna grab a bunch more and just kind of drip it. And just let that go over the side. Grab some of this. Grab enough on my finger to get it to drip. And that'll actually make an interesting pattern. Hopefully. Edge. Let's bring it back a little bit. See on this side over here, this edge doesn't have much on it. Yeah, I think next time I do this, I need a lot more volume of paint. Now, this is all a learning experience. That's the great thing about these paintings, is it's all about learning. And you know, there's a saying, there is no such thing as bad art. There's better art. There's learning, but you know, that's That's not ugly. That's actually very pretty. I love how the white is making this almost like an ocean type feeling to it, maybe. I want to kind of bring that back to the other side if I can. If there's enough paint. This is the kind of painting I'm not going to blow on because it's not designed for that. I don't know, I think that's about all it's going to do. I do think I have the sides covered enough. And there we go. I wanted a lot more of the yellow to pop out. I think it got overpowered by the reds. Maybe I should have ended with yellow so it would have been more on top. I can see some underneath, and I'm willing to bet that as it dries, some of that yellow is going to pop out. I do see some of the champagne here and here. Oh, there's a nice little bit here. It looks like a little bit of yellow in there too. Some champagne over here. I like that dusky rose, how it mixed in and added some variety to it. So it's not just like reds. There's a bit of pink in there because that is mixed with a light pink. I think that worked out really well. So, okay, we shall see what happens as it dries, and I'll be taking photos. I see some bubbles there. That's okay. As the bubbles pop, maybe they'll reveal some colors underneath or something like that. I kind of want to see, take these really messy gloves off. I just want to see if I can get any of these bubbles to pop at all with this. Just add a little heat. This is not working as well as like a blowtorch would. There's some bubbles up there. I don't really want to blow on it. I don't want to mess it up. And that's not really popping bubbles. Okay. Well, that's 2 paintings in a row. This did not work. It was worth a try. Okay. And they're tiny bubbles anyway. They're really tiny. So I guess I'm gonna call it good and see what happens when it dries. Let me give you guys a close-up. I know there's a shadow and then probably some, oh, my finger got in the way. A little bit glare if I have the wrong angle, but I do think that it's very pretty. It's got a lot of potential in there. Like I like that gold right there, that river there. So okay, we shall see. All right, thank you very much for watching.